Might see TT. That would be interesting. I honestly didn't even think of that. Um, yeah, Kenny has gone really deep into the rotations this year, but it is, he hasn't played TT in really any meaningful minutes. No Thor, not really Tyson. So it'd be interesting if he pulls even deeper into the bag tonight because the rotation is a little thin with these three big injuries: Levert, Mobley, and Okoro. Nothing big as far as like long term concerns, but like big to the rotation. Good pass from Mitchell right there. He's always been a pretty good playmaker, Donovan Mitchell, but I feel like he's developed so much in Cleveland. That was such a heads up play. It's a pretty simple read, but he makes it right away. He doesn't dribble into trouble and then try to kick it out. He passed that as soon as he got into the 3-point line and collapsed the defense. The wolf sound, yeah, every time. That's actually Jackson providing it now. He's just howling in the media section. Nice. I feel like Donovan's really processing the start of this game pretty well. That was another great take. They stayed on Strus in the corner, so he just floats it in. I thought Tyus Jones was going to help the Suns a lot more, um, as far as just orchestrating everything for them. Maybe it will if they keep. I don't have they kept Bradley Beal on the bench. I know they moved him to the bench for a short time. Haven't kept up with if they've continued to do that. He's injured tonight, but I do think Beal on the bench makes more sense for them. Really, Beal on the roster doesn't make any sense, but at least having him come off the bench might make a little more sense for this rotation. Again, he's not playing tonight. I do really like Ryan Dunn. He was shooting the lights out at the start of this season for a guy who really struggled shooting in college. Now he's back down to like 32% from the 3-point line. But I still think considering he's a rookie, to go from like basically you could leave him completely wide open in college and he's not even going to attempt a shot to where 32% is not good, but he's taking like 3 a game. He's had, like I said, stretches of the season where he's shooting it good. I think that's a pretty solid prospect that you found if you're Phoenix. Yeah, he was a if he can shoot guy. I mean, he's great defensively. And again, the 3-point shot isn't where you're going to need it to be, but I think it's a step in the right direction that I never discount because we've seen it with Okoro, kind of similar development. Anytime you see these guys make like legitimate steps forward, to me that's really important because when you think of the wings who fit that description of like really good defender, if he can ever shoot, he'll be a really good player. You think of like Matisse Thybulle, um, Josh Jackson, like I'm sure there's more, but like those guys, you look at their career numbers, they were basically horrible shooters the entire time. They never took like a step forward in the way that Okoro did, going from like 28% to 37%. Uh, so I do think the signs of growth are legit and worth mentioning because if you don't have it, you don't have it. Uh oh. He looked away right when the ball got inbounded. Nice. Ooh, good contest right there. I love oh, what happened here? Oh. I love Mitchell not settling for a three-pointer right there though, and just going at Tyus Jones because Tyus Jones is not going to be able to stay in front of Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, Dean, Dean almost getting the steal from the floor. Oh my goodness, he's on the floor again. Dean is everywhere. Yeah, and I mean that happens because Dean is fighting over the screen and being really aggressive. If he just kind of walks into that screen, it's not going to get called. Good solid screen from Allen right there. Darius Garland. That's one of the big developments this year, or just, again, another sign of growth is he's made really good decisions coming off the screen and deciding whether he's going to shoot the floater or hit the big man. Last year, it felt like he just felt like it was random. Like he wasn't actually reading what the defense was giving him. He was just kind of predetermined to either pass to the big or shoot it, and it never seemed like it matched what the defense was showing. Donovan, ooh, good defense from Kevin Durant right there. I'm telling you, no one in the league is better at throwing it off of his opponents. Donovan Mitchell's so good at throwing it off of someone out of bounds. But yeah, right here, Richards is back. He's watching Allen on the roll, and DG just takes the floater. And I feel like last year there were moments where there would be a similar setup, and DG would try to force it to the big. Probably a bit of confidence, like lacking confidence to take the shot himself. And right there, you see, you just go straight into the floater, and he's done that all year. Yeah, decisive. Yeah, I mean, Jarrett Allen did his best. Kevin Durant, even at this age, still a freak. Just blows right by Jarrett Allen. Crafty finish at the rim. Ooh, come on, Mitchell. Oh, man. 2 good looks. All right, Demo, looking forward to you coming back. I hope everything's all right with your cat. Good luck there. Go Cavs. Oh, Suns have had a couple weird misses here, or weird turnovers. Donovan is unloading the clip, but I think they've all been good shots. Nice. Love to hear it, Demo. All right, 14-13. Still too early to really form any takes right now. I think, as I just said, I think Donovan Mitchell is he's unloading the clip. I actually like the shots that he's taking, though. I'm not too upset at any of them. He had a nice swing to the corner for Dean Wade. DG looks comfortable so far. Gonna have to lock in defensively, but again, too early for me to really plant my flag on any takes right now. Got to let the guys, both teams, get a little more initiated into the flow. What's up, Cleveland Cavaliers? Welcome in. Yeah, let's see what's going on in the other games. I know New York was losing to Atlanta, so let's see what's going on over there. We also got Pistons. Let's see what's going on with the Pistons real quick, because they have to be fourth quarter probably, right? I'd lose the don't blink cam in 2 seconds. Missing a great game. I'm missing some great in-arena entertainment. Okay, we'll switch back. I wanted to see the score here. It's not okay. I just googled it. It's 90-80. Okay, we probably missed whatever this in-arena entertainment thing is by now, but to satisfy Jackson, I will switch back. See if we can catch the end of it. Okay, so it's a staring contest. Oh, this one's intense. The guy on the right almost has the Tim Misney stare going on. Yeah, he got the win. He's still going. Oh my God. Wait, you just winner stays on? Yeah, how's this guy on the right not? Oh man, he's got interference too. What is he taking down at least 3 people since we've tuned in? Oh my goodness. Player of the week to that guy. The Rockets are good, Jackson. No, they're a legitimately good team. I don't think not a title contender. I don't believe in them to go that far, but they're a good team. They're a genuinely good team, and shout out to them because I didn't really believe in their roster construction when they got like Van Fleet and Brooks, and it just seemed like they were getting so many guards, Jalen Green. But in a way, they kind of followed the Cavs mentality of like, who cares about positional, what position the guys play? Just get talent, just accumulate as much talent as you can, and figure it out from there. And that's what they did, and they did a really good job in the draft. Sengun was obviously a huge find for them. Jalen Green's been on fire recently. So yeah, and their defense is nasty. We play them Wednesday. So Corey and Jackson will be doing the Wednesday game. I'll be doing the Saturday game against Houston. So we'll be talking all about them. We got Ty Jerome, George Niang, Strus. Still waiting for Strus to really hit a rhythm here. I gave him, I'll give him a pretty decent runway coming out off that ankle injury. It's really like the first couple weeks of the season for him still, but by the time we get to to February and on, got to see him find his rhythm. He's done a good job distributing the ball, playmaking still. He's had some good rebounding games. I haven't noticed him much on defense, but I'd love to see him become a scoring threat again. The 3-point shot, I imagine, will come and go as it always has with him, but I feel like he hasn't gotten downhill and converted those floaters or layups that he did last year. So looking for him to get himself acclimated. Yeah, here we go. Niang on Durant. That's good D. That's genuinely good defense from Niang right there. Yeah, Niang had a double-double last game. There we go, Ty. Yeah, so I gave Niang an A minus in the grades for last game, and people were upset about that. And listen, I've been bullied the last 2 weeks for giving too many positive grades, so I tried to keep it, I tried to be reasonable and give him an A minus instead of an A plus. And what I learned from this is that I just need to give out the grades that I would normally do. I'm just gonna be myself and understand that Jackson's gonna bully me regardless. So I'm just gonna stay true to myself now. Niang, you get an A plus for last game. I'm gonna give out as many A pluses as my heart desires now. I also didn't grade Sam Merrill last game because he only played like 7 minutes and he kind of sucked. I think he had like 1 rebound, 0 points, 0 assists, zero everything else. So I didn't grade him. But some people, I did see someone reply saying that Sam should get a D minus. And you know what? When a guy only plays a couple of minutes and he's immediately taken off the floor because it's just not his night, I feel like it's not even fair to grade him. Yeah, Niang does try hard on defense sometimes, so I'll give him credit for that. I do say sometimes, but like I feel like whenever Niang is isolated against someone, uh, like he actually does kind of try hard. It's just he's so limited. It's really off ball where Niang frustrates me the most. Hmm. Okay, wait, Bradley Beal is playing. Why did I think he was out? I think he was questionable. Okay, I'm complete fake news, man. I really thought he was out. But okay, he's still coming off the bench then, clearly. Never trust me when it comes to the injury report, okay? Until you see the game, until you see who's on the court, don't listen to me. Yeah, we get a bang from Niang. So far, he's winning the Durant matchup. Yeah, I think Beal coming off the bench makes so much more sense for them. Right there. Like, you need a guy who can kind of lead the offense in the second unit when Booker isn't out there. And it makes more sense for Beal too, because like now he's not trying. Oh, I mean Booker's out there, so see, I don't know ball. What am I saying? But no, I do think it makes sense though, because now he comes in, Durant, Booker. It's so tough to share the ball between the three of them. So when you have Beal coming in like in the second wave, he's able to focus on himself a little more, just playing his game rather than trying to be like a makeshift point guard. It is interesting that they didn't stagger the big three at all here. All right, Grayson Allen. TT time. Adam called it. Here he comes. Yeah, I'm interested that they didn't stagger Booker, Katie, and Beal at all right here. Yeah, he's getting paid like 50 million a year. It's crazy. Let's go, TT. If there was ever a game for him to give good minutes against an opposing front court, this is the one to do it. Can Tristan Thompson outduel Mason Plumlee? I think so. Yeah, I haven't heard much about Grayson Allen this year. I know he was shooting the absolute lights out last year. I mean, he was a flamethrower. Haven't heard much about him this year. TT, let's go. Oh man, this is one hell of a lineup the Cavs are running. Niang, TT, Sam, Jerome, and Mitchell. Tie. All right, Tristan Thompson. Oh, it's on him. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say being active, drawing a foul. It's all right. We're running the gambit on Ty Jerome moments today. We've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. I think Jerome's been okay. He was kind of grifting on that. He's trying to draw a foul. Yeah, I feel good about the Cavs in this game. I think that their depth is going to win out in the end. Phoenix is going to be able to stay in the game early on. I think third quarter we'll see like a Cavalanche, maybe even the second quarter. I just don't know how this bench is going to keep up. Granted, the Cavs bench is a little limited right now too, but TT just leveled him. There we go, Jerome off the glass. All right, Niang. Get him, Niang. Fight over the screen. Over. Nice. Oh, all right. It's okay. I like being aggressive right there. It did look like Niang got pushed. Yeah, look at TT working. If there's one thing I can rely on Tristan for, it's he's gonna play hard. You know, he's not nearly as impactful as he used to be, but he's always gonna play hard. He's gonna be physical. He's a tough player. Still set us a great screen. Yeah, nice. Uh oh, Niang pushing the tempo. Here we go, TT. Another good screen. Mitchell. Oh, okay. Let's go. The extra pass to Merrill. It's funny because I think Niang was like, "What?" I think Niang was more open than Sam, but he understands. he understands. Was Sam? Was Sam pushing Mitchell for not giving him the ball first? Yeah, that's a pretty good pass from Niang from that angle. Yeah, it looked like maybe he was upset that Jackson. I think maybe he was just messing with him for not giving him the ball first. I don't know. That looked on the broadcast. It looked like they were laughing to each other. George understands the agenda. Yeah, it's more important that we get Merrill going. Hey, the Cavs are bringing out some good in arena entertainment stuff here. This is basically musical chairs. They have to find a light. Hmm. Oh, Sexton. Sexton, let's go. Rooting for the guy in the Colin Sexton jersey. Come on, Colin. Let's do it. Uh-oh. Oh, let's go. 1v1. For the $100 gift card to the team shop, he can upgrade that Sexton jersey to a Garland jersey. Where do you think Colin's going to end up at the deadline? Hopefully somewhere else. Hopefully not in Utah. I would like to see him get a chance somewhere on a competitive team. Uh, just as a bench guy, let him. Let's go. Let's go. Cleveland Cavalier legend. Congrats to that young man right there. But yeah, I would love to see Colin go somewhere. Because I think he could. I still think he's a solid player. I think he'd be very productive. He's just kind of wasting away on a lottery team. And the best situation for him is never going to be playing on a lottery team. You need him as like somewhere in the 6, 7, 8 man in your rotation, coming off the bench. He's the energy guy. He's the guy who's going to give you 15 points in 12 minutes on like 60% shooting or 50% shooting, whatever, like an efficient 15 points. That's where you want him. You don't want him playing on a team that can't hide him defensively, that can't maximize him on offense. Like, it's just, I feel bad that he's been on bad teams his entire career because it's really skewed the way that we look at his game. Yeah, I know. I know the Thunder could end up with Philly's pick. I don't remember. I think it's top 6 protected, but that would just be hilarious. Ooh, Sam with a steal, interception right there. Did a good job covering that action. Donovan step back. Oh, in and out. He's had a couple shots go in and out today. Cavs doing a good job forcing turnovers in this first quarter. A couple of them have been very unforced, though. Oh, well, that one was kind of unforced, too. They're just handing the ball to Cleveland, but we'll take it. Here we go, Ty. Uh-oh. All right, well, there you go. Jackson called. We're getting the whole Ty Jerome experience, the pull-up air ball, the bank shot, the floaters. And this is kind of what I was saying earlier when it comes back to, like, getting Cam Johnson. I feel like the Cavs bench players, they've been great this year, but there's some really erratic play that we get from a lot of different guys. And I think Cam Johnson, the baseline is just way more consistent. Like Ty Jerome, Karis LeVert, even Okoro, they worry me a little bit because when they're bad, they're bad. And I would just love more players who, and Niang, like when he's bad, he's bad. I would just love another option of like, all right, even if Cam Johnson's doesn't have it tonight, he's still providing, you know, he's not damaging the team in the way that like a bad Karis LeVert or a bad Niang game would. We'll save that. We'll try to talk about that at halftime or something. Niang in the post. See, I don't know where that possession was supposed to go. Yeah, they have the best odds of landing Cam on FanDuel, so it's surprising to me because I've kind of maintained that I don't think they're really in the running because I just think that other teams are going to be able to outbid them very easily, but there's definitely some momentum gaining towards it. TT and Niang minutes is crazy, but they don't have many options tonight. Oh, see, okay, I don't love that shot from Mitchell. I've been mostly on board with the shots he's taken today, even though he's definitely pressing. Like that pull up three that he just missed, completely okay with it. The spinning fadeaway right there, don't love it. Didn't need that. So I have mixed feelings about Mitchell's first quarter here. All right. Hey, Niang kind of won the Kevin Durant minutes though, which is a little crazy. This matchup, he's winning the matchup right now. Like, I mean, he got absolutely shook, but I mean, listen, Durant missed the shot, but Niang didn't really affect it. I'm trying to gas it up, but that was just kind of a missed shot from Kevin Durant. Seen better quarters of basketball. Yeah, I don't really know how to feel about that. I don't have much of a take there. It was sloppy from Phoenix. I think the Cavs offense looks okay, even though they only scored 27. I'd like to see Mitchell distribute the ball a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, you're playing Niang and Tristan Thompson together for a decent chunk of that first quarter. So Ty Jerome has been exciting, at least. Even with the air ball. He's making stuff happen. Yeah, I think they've played this game before, but I don't remember how it works. Okay, yeah, good call right there. Yeah, Kenny sticks with his bench, man. It really does. He's got patience. I do like Sam's minutes so far. All right. I feel like they're setting you up. You're gonna think that you should go lower. They might be setting you up. It's a tough call. Yeah, Kenny's really stayed committed to not playing the core four heavy minutes, like no matter what. Even in games where like the Pacers game that we lost with the full court press and all that, I thought that was a moment where you just put Mitchell and Garland out there in the third quarter and play them basically the whole third quarter because the bench unit, the staggered lineups, they were getting absolutely cooked by that full court press. And I thought if you want to win the game, you probably need to ride your core four a little bit more. Hey, good job from this guy. But yeah, all in all, though, I do I think it's probably better long in the long run, the Kenny's mentality. But game by game, it can be a little frustrating. Thankfully, it hasn't frustrated me much throughout the year because they just keep winning regardless. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell 1 for 8. If you think about the way, like, I mean, we know the Tom Thibodeau jokes, but even if you just look at previous versions of the Cavs, and I don't think JB really ran him in the ground that much, but he definitely relied on them way more than Kenny is, and we saw the injuries pile up towards the end of each season. So you can't really control if a guy's going to get injured or not, but you can do things like this to minimize the likelihood and just minimize the wear and tear. So I love that Kenny is taking this approach. See, this Cavs bench unit is a little ugly, but then you look at who Phoenix has out there, and it's not that much better. I don't even know if it's better. So Sam Merrill looks like he has it going tonight. Man, it would be so exciting if Sam hit like a month long stretch like he did last year. Because he hasn't had the jumper going the way that he did for most of last year. I just feel like within this offense, Sam Merrill could really get going. He's had games this year where he's had a couple like 17, 20 point games. So free Sam Merrill. Kenny also really loves his zone. And it's had moments, but I don't know. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing that he's working on the zone this much, but sometimes I question it. Right now it looks fine, but just pointing that out. Another Kenny thing that he's really stayed committed to. All right, Ty. Oh, quick trigger right there. In and out. All right, it's good defense right there. Tristan. Oh, all right, Cavs ball. Say Tristan skied for that rebound. YouTube asked if the Cavs are making any moves at the deadline. Maybe Larry Nance. I won't speculate on if they're going to make a move or not because I really have no idea. There's trades out there that you could convince me are a good idea, like Cam Johnson at the right price. Larry Nance, I'm pretty mixed. It would depend on what you get him for. Like I wouldn't really be willing to give up too much for Nance just because I think I don't know how much you can end up relying on him. I don't think it's that important to get him, so I wouldn't really give up much for him. Here we go. Here we go, Donnie. Yeah, yeah, and Nance has been hurt. If they like that's a perfect example though. Like if they buy him out and we could just add him to this team, sign me up. If you have to trade anyone, that's where I'm like, I know I'm probably this is a losing fight, but I would rather just give JT Thor some opportunities at that point. Because things are already if you're relying on Larry Nance to play a heavy role, you're probably someone's hurt or missing. So I would rather just see what JT Thor is capable of. But considering that he hasn't played really at all, I'd have to imagine that they're not seeing very good results there. Ty. Yeah, TT's still a rebounding machine. Yeah, Thor hasn't been that great with the charge. Uh, Again, I know I keep saying like I would love to see him get an opportunity, but the reality is like there's plenty of opportunities in practice with the charge. Like there's stuff that we don't see outside of the actual games. So if he was actually as good as I think he could be, he'd be out there, especially in a game like this. So there's probably a reason why he's not playing. But yeah, Jalen Tyson. Let's see what the rookies got for us. I love seeing Tyson in lineups like this, like with Mitchell and like in a game that actually matters because he's been in these really awful garbage time lineups recently. And there's just not much you can learn from that. This is something you can learn from. Yeah, and exactly what the broadcast is saying. Fights hard over the screen, draws an offensive foul. If he doesn't fight through the screen like that, they're not going to call it. He's not going to be in a position to draw that. Boost the trade value. Brooklyn is watching. Ooh, there we go, Donovan. See, I feel like he missed a couple shots at the rim that he usually makes. So right there, that was a really tough one, but it kind of balances out. Mm. Detroit won. Good luck, Donovan. Yeah, I don't know. I feel generally positive with how Mitchell's playing, even though the field goal numbers are not great. I feel like he's making good reads, regardless of his efficiency. Yeah, I've gone back and forth on the starting small forward position. I think Max Strus is a better player than Dean Wade, but I think Dean Wade makes more sense with the starting lineup. So it's tough. It's a good problem to have because I think both are good options. It seems like Kenny has leaned towards Dean Wade. Cam Johnson is in the 100th percentile for points per shot attempt. Yeah, Cam Johnson's good. I think Cam Johnson's good. Like I would absolutely love to have him on this team. I would I would give up Jalen Tyson in a heartbeat as much as I do like Tyson. I'd give him up right away. I'd give up Karis LeVert for him, in all honesty. I know some people might think that's a little too much, but I would give up Karis LeVert. Um, I'd give up Niang, but I don't think they're gonna do a Niang for Cam Johnson swap, so that's not even worth mentioning. Outside of that, I get a little like when you start talking Struce, if you start talking Dean Wade, you start talking Okoro, then I'm like, I don't know if I'm making that move. But Levert, yeah, I'll help him. I'll help him get to Brooklyn. I do like Levert. He's having a good year, but I just don't trust him. I don't trust him nearly as much as I would trust Cam Johnson. Cavaliers incoming. Definitely think they are seizing control of this game. Good defense right there, though, from Phoenix. All right, DG against the drop. Ooh, come on. I thought we were going to get a lucky bounce there. Yeah, the wing position. They got options. I think man, I flip flop so much, but I think it's going to end up being Dean Wade. Like that's what I think is going to happen. Because that's where Kenny appears to be leaning. And I've said it before, but I do think Max Strus coming off the bench is a better fit for him. Because then he just comes off the bench and lets it fly, and he doesn't have to. You don't have to worry about him potentially disrupting the flow of the starters. He just comes off the bench and it's free reign for him to shoot. And Dan nailed it too. The good thing is, depending on how any game is going, you could close with Wade, you could close with Strus, you could close with Levert, you could close with uh Okoro even. There we go, DG. Strus is built to be that like streaky six man. I think that's like his ideal role. But the Cavs, because they've been so desperate for spacing in their starting lineup last year, they had to start Max Strus. Well, yeah, that's the other thing too, though. If you have Wade off the bench, then you don't have to rely on Niang. So there's really a give and take with whichever direction you go. I don't think Niang is going to be able to play in the playoffs. As much as he's been good. Oh, well, there we go. DG. Yeah, he's moved up. Didn't he do that? Didn't he do that last game? Or did this just happen? Has he hit 2 threes tonight? He tied him last game. Okay. But yeah, I don't trust Niang in the playoffs. That's another reason why I'd be interested in getting Cam Johnson. Because let's say you get Cam Johnson instantly in the starting lineup, right? Wade comes off the bench. You don't have to worry. I mean, I don't even know if Niang's on the roster at this point. If you trade for Cam Johnson, I don't know who you give up, but in that scenario, Cam Johnson's with the starting lineup, basically a perfect fit. Great 3-point shooter. Not as good of a defender as Dean Wade, but this Cavs defense is It's good. Like I'm not worried about the defense. I don't think Cam Johnson's going to hurt the defense. Again, that means Wade's coming off the bench as your backup four, can play small ball five. That means Levert maybe is gone, maybe Jerome's gone. I don't know, but then you have Max Strus filling that role. Um, Tough blow for that guy. I would be worried about losing Levert or Jerome as far as you need a backup ball handler, but as long as you keep one of them, that helps. Trying to think of all the teams that have traded their defense for offense. Suns, Knicks. Trying to help you out there. That's the two that come to mind. I do think for the Cavs though, like I feel so comfortable in their defense. It's not a concern for me genuinely. They've been an elite defense for the last 3-4 years. They're ninth right now, but the big thing is they're number one in offense, and that was always the concern. I would rather be the number one offense and like the number 9 defense than flipped, right? Like the number 9 offense and the number 1 defense. Because in the playoffs, good defense beats good. I mean, good offense beats good defense. So yeah, I'm comfortable with the defense, especially when you have the Okoro option, right? But I think the offense taking this huge leap forward is the most important thing. And Cam Johnson helps that without hurting the defense either. Like, I don't think Cam Johnson's a bad defender. He's not a Dean Wade level defender, but he's not a bad defender. All right, Tyson guarding the ball. Mm. That's not the guy you want to leave wide open in the corner. Not sure how that happened. I missed it, but yeah, you probably want to have someone guard number 35. Come on. Ooh. Yeah, it was Dean. It was good cut from Tyson right there. This is a good opportunity for the rookie. See the ball go through the hoop. Settle down at the free throw line. There we go, Tyson. We love to see it. Both free throws for the rookie. Let's go. Cavs playing a box and one. Okay, let's see this. Kenny loves to get weird with it. I support it. All right. Oh. Okay, wait. We just talked about Ryan Dunn taking steps as a three-point shooter, but overall, if you're the Cavs, you kind of live with that. You don't want him to have that much daylight from the corner, but not a bad possession. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's that's very soft. Yeah, don't love that call right there. See, that's the concern with how you're playing in the box and one, though, is Kevin Durant's just kind of floating in the middle. And the second you give him enough room to catch the ball, it's game over. We've seen him do that for over a decade now. Oh, Jarrett. How do you think the change to a switching defense has affected the Cavs? I think we've seen moments where it's a learning curve, right? Like they're not used to it, but overall, I think it's the best way to go because they tried so hard to avoid switching last year, and you just can't do that in the modern NBA. You have to give up some switches, and I think that's why we've seen their defense dip a little bit. But overall, it's just like it's the best option. They give up too many open looks when they try to avoid the switch. And I think overall, when you get to the playoffs, just trusting everyone individually is going to make a difference. Because the reason why you're avoiding the switch is because you didn't trust certain guys to handle being in a switch, right? Like you don't want Darius Garland switched on to Jayson Tatum in the past, but we saw earlier this year DG, is he going to win that matchup more often than not? Probably not, right? Like Tatum's probably going to score on Garland more often than not. Uh, but you can't break the whole defense trying to avoid giving that up. And Garland held his own. A win would put the Cavs 30 games over 500. It's just crazy every time you read it out loud how good they've been. And I will say that as far as like we're talking about are the Cavs going to make moves at the deadline, at the same time, Jackson just said it. They're if they win tonight, they're 30 games over 500. So I know we have concerns. I know you can always get better. At the same time, how much do you really want to tinker with what you have going on? If they make 0 moves, I'm completely okay with it. This season more than ever, it's completely okay if you just ride it out with the squad you got. Even like I know I said like I would give up Karis LeVert for Cam Johnson. At the same time, Karis LeVert has basically been your best player off the bench. You're on a 70 win pace. You're gonna change the dynamic that much. I think you'd get better in that move, but it's just something to keep in mind. It's very rare that you see a team this successful make a big move like that. Don't love that pass from Strus was not open for the lob right there. That's a push in the back. Yep. Hawks are up by 8 at halftime against New York. Whoa, Allen made that. Let's go. My stream froze as he caught it, so I have no idea how he managed to flip that one up into the basket because he was like smothered when my stream froze. My stream froze right here. Yeah, somehow he got it up there. Good finish from Allen. I didn't catch what the song choice was. No, Kenny obviously getting on, but how did Mark Dagnall get a coaching spot in All-Star game for Kenny? Um, I don't know, isn't it? I think it's just based on your team record, right? So I think OKC clinched the number one seed in the West. Not for the season, but before the All-Star break. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I guess the Cavs haven't technically clinched it before the All-Star break. So I'm pretty sure it's just the team with the best record becomes the All-Star coach, right? Yeah. I mean, Kenny's going to end up being the All-Star coach, so I wouldn't worry about it. Let's go the rookie, Jaylen Tyson. That's always the X factor for him is if he's if he's spacing the floor, man, does he become a really helpful player because he's already so active on the glass. He's good moving without the ball. He tries hard on defense. You start spacing the floor too, which he has the touch to do it. Get the steal right there. And then yeah, great catch and shoot right there. Tyson knows the Nets are watching. Shoot, if he keeps playing good, I'm gonna change my mind. I want to keep him. Ah, yeah, Cavs up 11. Kevin Durant too easy. Yeah, it's not a good burst from Max Strus. Bad turnover, bad shot. Celtics and Warriors come on at 5. Yeah, that could be a fun game. We'll probably tune into that at some point. DG, so good. So good. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind he's going to be an all-star. There's no doubt in my mind that Mobley will be an all-star. Yeah. I mean, they have taken this big lead with, they've been playing zone during this, but I just don't know if I love the zone. I don't know if I love it. Yeah, love that pull from Jaylen Tyson. Confident, looking real confident in general. Like, the emotion. I do like Jaylen Tyson. Biggest hole in the roster. I feel like the easy answer that most people would give is probably the backup big. Yeah, it's probably the backup center. Uh, you're seeing it tonight. We got Tristan Thompson out there, so an injury to Mobley or Allen would really derail a lot of what this team does because there's just really not a good option to back them up. Like yeah, Larry Nance would help a lot if you manage to get him on a buyout. TT's played good minutes. Yeah, no, it's definitely like listen. Think back to when Robin Lopez was our backup center, and we've come a long way. Like they have addressed it a little bit. Um, but yeah, that's probably the biggest issue because Ty Jerome and Karis LeVert can give you good minutes if one of Garland or Mitchell are hurt, like throughout the regular season. You never want to rely on them in the playoffs, but um, still doesn't feel like a 6'8" shooter should be this hard to get. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, maybe they'll get one soon. You never know. From the backup centers that your main one starts with 4. Yeah. Yeah, the backup the front court rotation, it's really strong, but it's hanging on by a thread. You know what I mean? Like one injury and all of a sudden the situation gets pretty sketchy. Jackson's fully on board for the Cam Johnson experience. I respect it. Feel like it's been a long time since I heard dubstep. Yeah, I've liked the way Jalen Tyson's played so far. It's been pretty cool. Yeah, we did have Jetty. It's a good point. What's up, everything Cavs? Good game so far. Darius is 25 next week. Yeah, our young point guards growing up. Can they get Jetty back? Is he willing to make a return to the NBA? To be fair, George Niang is about 6'8", so they did add a 6'8" shooter over the years. Just not the archetype we were all thinking. Yeah, yeah. I don't know how Jetty's even playing overseas. Niang only counts as 6'5". He doesn't have the same vertical pop as most of the other 6'7" NBA players. He's doing okay. That's good. Happy for Jetty. Yeah, I haven't kept track, so I don't know. I do respect that the Jetty Osman account on Cavs Twitter is still pushing the Jetty propaganda. That's the only time I ever see anything about Jetty. Ooh, Garrett, or I mean Niang just got burned backdoor. I feel like the Cavs defense has been all right. Phoenix has missed a couple shots, but it's also, like they generated a wide open corner 3 for Ryan Dunn that he missed, and I do love Ryan Dunn, but that's a shot that like you don't want to leave him that open. But some of the open shots that Phoenix has missed is almost by design. Um, I still have mixed feelings about the Cavs zone though. I don't know. I feel like they're giving up too many looks in the zone at times. Let me get an update on the Darius Garland 50-40-90 club. I know he's good on free throws. He's at like 94%, isn't he? Double checking this real quick. Oh no, he's only at 90.7. Yeah. So he's actually getting close. But he's shooting 42 from 3. Oh, he's at 49.9 from the field. So it's gonna be something to watch for all year. That'd be sweet if he made it to the 50, 40, 90. The zone, the thing is, like, the zone's getting good results, so I can't complain, but sometimes I worry about the process. Phoenix is a decent team to do it against, I guess, because there's a lot of guys out there who aren't real floor spacers. And they did generate a bunch of turnovers. That's a great point, Adam. Yeah, Phoenix has coughed the ball up quite a few times here. I mean, I do think Niang has done a decent job on defense tonight or today, other than he got beat on the back door a few moments ago and commits the foul there. But other than that, he did a good job in isolation against KD. Kenny gassed him up. Yeah. Hey, he played pretty good defense against the Wolves. He had a good game. He really did. Sometimes you do in fact have to give it to him. 10 rebounds is always like anytime Niang's chipping in on the glass is huge. You combine that with a game where he actually shot the ball really well too, and it's like, oh, this is like almost Kevin Love. It's not quite Kevin Love, but it's what you hope to get. NBA.com is such a pain. The advanced box scores never work. I miss the high low and all the sports clip websites. Jarrett Allen, nice. I mean, Bradley Beal had no chance there, but it's always good to see Allen pull out like a textbook, phenomenal footwork in the post right there. He ain't doing a good job on Booker right there. Left him nowhere to go. That's the problem with the zone, though. It's like Kevin Durant just absolutely torches that late closeout from Strus. Didn't result in anything, but Yang off the cut. My stream's skipping a little bit, so I hope it's clear for everyone else. My stream's been skipping the last few moments. Good cut from Niang right there, though. Okay, cool. Yeah, sometimes it happens, and it's hard to tell if it's on my end or if it's happening for everybody. It's not too bad though. Yeah, this has not been a good Max Strus game. I don't like the direction that he's taken on the last few closeouts. Right there, he just absolutely got torched. Suns would be the most depressing team to be a fan of. No, I'd say there's worse teams to be a fan of. Yeah, Philly would be my number one. Honestly, I would say Portland. See, but Portland, at least you can talk yourself into some good things. Uh, like there's some young players to look forward to. The Wizards, pretty depressing, but you got Koulibaly. I feel like Philly's got to be the worst because I don't know where you go. And I guess I would actually say Phoenix is probably second now that I think about it because again, Portland, Wizards, at least there's ways to go. Tony, did I ever tell you I came and bought a special edition Dune? Looks great on the bookshelf. Give me 10 seconds. I'll be right back with some Dune stuff. I have to go pull out the Dune stuff that I have from my other room. But yeah, special edition Dune. That sounds sick. I bought a couple Dune things recently, and I was also gifted some Dune things for Christmas and my birthday in October. So I will share it with the chat at halftime right here. All right, Cavs up by 13. Feeling good about it. I think they're playing well. Again, it's not their most dominant performance. We've seen some crazy games from them, but I think they're doing good. I'm happy with how they're playing. I think they're going to end up coasting the victory, but this is what everyone's here for. I'll be right back with some Dune things. All right, friends. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Jalen Tyson. I actually really like the way that he played. Didn't play much, but good defense, fighting over screens, being active, hit a 3-pointer, good cut to the hoop, got to the free throw line. But it's officially nerd hour. It's halftime. That means we got to be nerds. We got to nerd out. Everything Cavs. I'm pretty sure you're the one who posted this one on Twitter first. This little box set collection. I think you posted it, and that's what inspired me to go get it. Because it was what? It was like $15 at Target or something. It was pretty cheap. It has the first 3 Dune books. So had to do it. Had to cop it. Absolute steal. It's literally like $15. Comes in this cute little box. So hell yeah. I love the covers on these two. Go ahead and show you guys. So, I mean, this cover's all right. This is the 3rd book. It's all right. The original cover, nice for the first book. Hell yeah. The Messiah cover is my favorite. The blue with the moon looks so cool. You get all 3 of them for literally like $15. I don't think it's available anymore. I've only finished the first book. I've only read the first book. I plan on reading Messiah 100%. I don't know if I'll read Children of Dune. I've heard the books get worse as you go through them, but I've heard Messiah is worth reading. And so I'll definitely be reading that. I haven't decided if I want to wait for the movie. Oh, this guy's always great at halftime, by the way. I always love this guy's work. Messiah's solid, didn't hit quite the same for me. That's basically what I've heard. It's like the quality of the books just decrease as the series goes on. But I'll definitely give Messiah a chance. The one thing that I haven't decided is if I'm going to watch the movie first or if I'm going to read the book and just spoil it for myself, because I think there's probably going to be changes to the movie anyway. And the movie's like at least, like a year or 2 away. So I'll probably end up reading it soon. I got to get back into reading, though. I've stumbled the last few months. I haven't been as consistent. Okay. Got 2 more Dune things for you guys. Got the Lisan Al Gaib here. Paul Atreides, the Funko Pop. Hell yeah. I got to get a sandworm to match. But yeah, I got this for Christmas. Didn't ask for it, to be clear. But everyone just knew. Everyone knew that I would love it. And then this isn't Dune, the book itself, but it's the exposures. Got it at Barnes & Noble. It just has pictures from the movies, basically. I don't know how well you can see any of this. You probably can't see the pictures at all. Here we got Timothy. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the nerd session. Elite coffee table book, exactly. Like it's great. You flip it open, you get like behind the scenes pictures of the actors and stuff, and it's also Josh Brolin, who plays Gurney Halleck. He wrote like poetry for the book, and it's like, oh, this just slid out cover page, but yeah, he wrote like poetry for the different pages. Some of them are like legit poems, others are just like funny. So pretty cool book. Good like collector's piece. Good thing to have on your coffee table. So shout out to my girlfriend for getting me that. And yeah, that's my Dune stuff. So I'll have to move my setup into my room so you can see the whole bookshelf and everything. It's more exciting than the wall. I know the wall is a fan favorite, but there's more stuff in the other room. 20 minutes until Celtics Warriors comes on. Yeah, that's going to be exciting. I'll definitely be tuning into that game throughout this stream as much as we can. So this looks like Donovan. No, this is Mobley. This is Mobley, right? It's upside down for those who don't know. Sorry to spoil the ending. If you haven't seen this before, I shouldn't have said anything, but it looks like Mobley to me. Is this guy from Cleveland? Does anyone know? Because I feel like he's here like 3 times a year. I feel like he does the halftime show multiple times a season. It is Mobley? Okay. You can always tell from the neck. It's got the super long neck. It's got to be Mobley. His head's almost coming off the screen. Yeah, I don't think he's done Mobley before. I know he's done Allen. I know he's done like a Spider-Man Donovan Mitchell. I can't remember who else he's done. I know those are the only 2 that I remember for sure. Wait, is this Mobley? Is he doing MLK? Because he's playing the speech in the background. Okay, it's MLK. It's got to be MLK because he's wearing the suit. Yeah. All right, we were all wrong. We all failed. Hey, you know what? I know it's MLK Day, but I didn't expect it. I thought it was going to be a Cavs player, but that's pretty good. It's pretty sweet. That's funny. We were all very confident it was Mobley. To be fair, I thought that where the tie is, I thought that was going to be all Mobley's neck, his dinosaur neck. So I didn't expect the suit and tie. Yeah, definitely Dr. King. Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure they like. I don't think they auction it off. I think he gives it away to someone, right? Like I think the people in the arena like enter the giveaway. Maybe it's an auction. I don't know. Good to know Mobley has that MLK look. A little bit, you know? Yeah, I wonder if this guy is from Cleveland or not, because he's done this show a couple times. Unfortunately, I don't know his name. Get Jackson, yeah. Jackson will get to the bottom of it. Can I be honest? Not to judge. I don't know if I love the yellow that he's adding. It's supposed to be the sun. Okay, I can see it. Yeah, I mean this guy's a great artist. He does great work. All of the paintings that we've seen have been fire. Demo, welcome back. Hope everything's good with the cat. Cavs are up by, I believe, 13, if you didn't see the score. So, Cat did great. Let's go. Hell yeah. Everyone loves to hear that. Demo, you missed our halftime show. We got Paul Atreides. We got all three Dune books. And we got the Dune exposures. So, we predictable enough we had a Dune discussion. But I would like the record to show that I didn't start it this time. I was prompted by the chat. We all got the Dune nerd session out the way. It's become too on brand for me, but it's a good book, great movies. So I've spoken enough about Dune. Jackson's booing. Jackson has not seen Dune Part 2. He did not like Dune Part 1. Everyone boo Jackson right back. I still need to watch the original Dune, the David Lynch Dune. I gotta watch it. R.I.P. David Lynch. Jackson's into Wicked, yeah. I still haven't seen Wicked. I've heard it's good though, so I got to see that. Uh, I'm telling you guys, if you like movies, this is not a promo, but get that Regal Unlimited pass or whatever the AMC one is, whatever. It's an absolute steal. You get unlimited movies for the month. I think I pay like $20 or $18 a month. You can see unlimited movies. It's pretty dope. So this is not a promo. I do not get paid for that, but I am a shill for Regal. Jackson can confirm that it's better. See, that's just you and the Oscars are sickening to me. I can't believe it. It doesn't seem like Dune's going to get any Oscar love this time around. Do you get free popcorn or concessions? Yes and no. You get rewards, which actually, to be honest with you, I think you get rewards even if you just have the app with no account. Uh, so I don't think you need the unlimited. But I'll be honest with you, I haven't paid for a drink at Regal in forever because I always have enough points to get a free drink. Uh, and you can get free popcorn too with your rewards, but yeah. Tony rewards program spiel. Tony keeps ducking me over for a Star Wars watch party with Taco Bell. This is the first time Jackson has included Taco Bell in the pitch. I'd like that to go on record. But yes, I saw The Phantom Menace last year with Jackson. It's the first Star Wars film that I've ever seen. Good movie. Haven't caught up to the rest of the series yet, but Jackson has been trying to get me on it. The Clone Wars series. Is that the animated one? I think I've seen that. I've heard lots of good stuff. What's it called? I'm not adverse to Star Wars. I think it looks very cool. I haven't dove into the world yet. Phantom Menace was good. I mean, the fight at the end was amazing. Hawks Knicks close. Let's check into that while we ramble. Jackson hates to admit it, but Star Wars inspired by Dune. So Jackson won't admit it, but Attack of the Clones. No, the literally the only Star Wars thing that I've seen is Phantom Menace. Um, I don't think I've seen any of the shows. I would probably enjoy Mandalorian. I love Pedro Pascal. Um, I did play Lego Star Wars, so there's that. But no, I haven't seen any other Star Wars content. But I look forward to diving into it eventually. Exactly, Cavs LQ. Thank you. Let them know. Let them know. Mando's good. I've heard it's good. Yeah, very weird start time today. But thanks for tuning in, Adam. Appreciate it. Hopefully the Cavs keep it up. Grizzlies and Timberwolves are playing too. Let me check the other scores around the league real quick. Pistons won, right? Someone mentioned that earlier. Okay, yeah. 4 minutes left in that game. Timberwolves Grizzlies, 5-point game. I feel like we might as well go over to that one for now. This one's third quarter. And that's basically all that's going on in the league right now. Pistons won. Hornets beat the Mavericks. Celtics Warriors start in about 10 minutes. Okay, trying to switch the stream, but it's a little laggy. All right, here we go. Yeah, I give JB a lot of credit. He's really we know he can set a culture. We know he take a rebuilding team to the next level. And honestly, I hope that he continues to grow as a coach and makes Detroit like a contender at some point. They clearly need more talent. Like there's a lot of internal growth, roster construction that needs to happen. But I'd love to see JB have like a nice long coaching career because I think he's more than proven himself that he can start a rebuild and jumpstart a team, getting to the next level. Listen, it's really tough. Like it's only a few coaches in the league who managed to accomplish that. So I think JB could have a long, successful coaching career. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move all my Dune stuff back into my room too, because my desk is a little crowded now. But I will be right back. And then yes, we have this game on for now. Cavs at halftime. We'll switch over to that right away. And I'll see you guys. You can see the wall. I'll see you guys in like 2 minutes. Oh, I'm on mute. Okay. Well, my stream froze for a second, so I don't know if you guys can even see me. But Dan said the wall's better than Dune. Many people have said this. Oh, just lost the stream too. Okay, well, we'll go over to the Cavs game anyway. I don't know. Playback's falling apart on me. Cavs back on. All right, good time switch. I think Jackson is changing it for me. I think that's why playbacks, because I didn't even click that. Jackson hitting the remote on me, confusing me over here. Struce. There we go. I want nothing more in life than for the Struce to get loose. Cavs 10 of 20 from the 3-point line. I mean, Phoenix just they settle for a lot of mid-range jumpers. Like Tyus Jones has already taken a couple mid-range jumpers. We know Kevin Durant loves the mid-range. We know Devin Booker loves it. Max Strus. Here we go. Good defense. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Oh. Man. That would have been great. Definitely a Cavalanche brewing. Yeah, we haven't completely torched a team from 3 in a little while. Yeah. That's why I can never quit Max Strus. I know Jackson says that Max Strus isn't really that good of a shooter because the percentage isn't there, but not many guys can fly off a screen the way that he just did right there. Turn, shoot all in one motion and knock it down. Like he is a gifted shooter. The percentage doesn't the percentage doesn't reflect like an elite top tier shooter, but he's a good shooter. Let's go, Dean. Yeah, Cavs are just picking them apart now. Suns, I feel like with Phoenix, you throw a pretty hard punch at them and they're gonna fold. All the flaws in the roster just come to the light when a team is throwing a good punch at them. Like I don't know where Phoenix goes from here. I know there's a timeout, but like what are they talking about during this timeout? How are they gonna get this game back in their favor? It's basically like Devin Booker, Kevin Durant need to be generational in order to get back. So Cavs are rolling right now. Yeah, I mean that the best option is Kevin Durant just torching you. But right now the Cavs are scoring at such a great rate. Like it just doesn't matter because they're not going to get stops. The Suns aren't going to be able to get stops. So even if Kevin Durant or Devin Booker get going, uh, Cavs are running away with this one at the moment. And I'd like to say, listen, sometimes I don't know ball, sometimes I do know ball. I said second quarter, probably even, I said third quarter, maybe parts of the second quarter, Cavs' depth and their talent was going to have them pull away from this game. And so far, that's what's happened. Yeah, the Suns really, really botched this whole situation with their roster construction. Uh, people smarter than me have already said this, but they really went all in on like the big three idea, like 8 years after the big three idea was really an NBA strategy. Like it's all about depth. It's all about having versatility, multiple guys across your roster who can do things, not just having three really good guys. And they went all in on that. And even worse, calling it a big three is almost too generous. Like I don't I don't think Bradley Beal belongs in the big three, especially not next to Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. Just a really ill-fitting big three. Yeah, the new owner syndrome, making these really big moves. The Beal one, as Danny said, is the indefensible one. If you tell me I can get Kevin Durant, I'll go get Kevin Durant. Bradley Beal, I've said it a bunch of times on these streams, but I can't comprehend why they went for Bradley Beal. He's not a good fit. There's really no reason to believe that he was going to make you a legit title contender. So, love the I Love Karis LeVert shirt that little girl was wearing. Beal can cook bench lineups. I think it's a better fit for him to come off the bench, but they gutted their depth. They limited basically any area to improve this roster with the moves for Durant and Beal. You gave up so many assets that they don't really have anything else that they can do now to patch this together. The big three league, yeah. Beal would go off there. The contract is horrible. He's literally going to make like 55 million the next 2 years. It's just bad. Yeah, it goes up. Come on, Dean. Mm. So we got like a mini Cavalanche. It could have been like a full on raging Cavalanche if that Max Strus three and the Dean Wade three fell right there. But they're still cooking, so I won't get carried away yet. Mitchell, there we go. Yeah, we said this earlier, but I feel like Mitchell's just missed some shots that he normally makes around the rim this year. I know people have been concerned that his percentages have dipped. If you look at like his percentages within it's like 0 to 3 feet. That was a little farther out than that, but they've dipped quite a lot. Interesting enough, his percentage on drives is actually 1% better than last year. So I don't know where this dip is coming from because it's not from his drives to the hoop. But I feel like in the last 2 weeks, he's missed some shots that he normally makes, those floaters especially. And we've seen a couple of them drop tonight. Again, no Mobley, no Levert, no Okoro. Cavs are just running up the score right now. Hmm. I did not catch DG on the Draymond podcast. Was it good? Is it worth checking out? Yeah, I think his mid-range shots, the percentages have dipped too. Oh, was it a while ago? Grayson Allen has a punchable face. Yeah, something about those white guys who go to Duke. They always tend to have punchable faces. Here, I'm gonna pull up Mitchell's shooting splits for the next time out. We can go over that. Oh, he was just on the Draymond podcast. I mean, that'll be fun to listen to. I'll throw it on in the background sometime soon. Draymond Green has really been running PR for Darius Garland for years now, which is really funny development. I honestly wouldn't mind Grayson Allen at all if he wasn't tripping people all the time. Like other than that, I don't feel one way or another about him. Oh, Ryan done. But the fact that he's always tripping people does annoy me. I mean, Grayson Allen, Grayson would actually be a good fit in Cleveland. It's the funny thing about that. Just a pure shooter, decent size, but they're not. The Cavs aren't getting Grayson Allen. There's no. That's not a rumor. Don't get your hopes up for that. Good defense right there. Max Strus. Max Strus has had some questionable moments on defense tonight, but that was a really good play right there. And a good save. Ball movement. Oh, no, no. That looked like it was off the rim. Oh, maybe it was in the cylinder. It's tough to tell. Looked like maybe it was on the cylinder. I thought it came off from the broadcast angle. Let my team get away with things. KD in his zone missed it. Come on, Donnie. He's like that missed layup from Donnie though. Like that's kind of where the percentages have really dipped because it's not from his drives to the hoop. It's catching the ball right there and not being able to finish. DG get his own rebound, kick it out. Uh-oh. Tough shot. Allen fighting. Yeah, there's no center out there for Phoenix right now. Hey, let's go. Constant pressure on the glass. Phoenix is really small out there right now. 8-1 offensive rebounds. And it's like, that's fine. You can have that drifting fadeaway jumper from the mid-range, Booker, because we're taking threes and grabbing every rebound until we make something. Another three? No. Nice lob. My stream is still skipping a little bit, so I'm like getting the gist of what's happening, but I didn't see Allen finish that. I just heard it. I saw Mitchell throw the pass. I saw Allen in the air, and then it froze. But I did hear John Michael's call, so I could confirm that it went in. The mid-range shots when you're down 20. Mitchell packed at the rim there. Katie's one of the players that Windhorst said that wants to go to Cleveland. Well, unfortunately, KD, I know I just said earlier that if you can get KD, you go get him, but I actually think I'm good. I think I'm good on it. Yeah, you got to beat him in the finals. You have to beat him in the playoffs before he joins your team, usually. The Cavs are really bringing out all the in-arena entertainment games today. This is the one where they roll the dice down from the top. Oh, the cameraman was struggling to keep up with that other dice. They got the Bally crew on the left side. No idea where the dice is. There he goes. Oh, a 1? What? Did someone push that? The physics on that dice was crazy. That I thought it stopped on the 1. Yeah. Was it 1-2? Oh my god. What a poor performance. Or no, that one that landed on 1, then it flipped. Never mind, sorry. Congrats, 228. Let's go. Okay, Donovan Mitchell this year from 0 to 3 feet, he's shooting 56%. Last 3 seasons, he shot 70% from 0 to 3 feet. So it's down about 14%. Not great. Those jerseys are crazy, by the way. The Charge go unnecessarily hard with their jerseys. But yeah, he's down about 14% from 0 to 3 feet. 3 to 10 feet, he's up quite a lot. He's up by 15%. So he shot 41% last year from 3 to 10 feet. He's shooting about 57%, actually. Really weird. Really weird numbers that I don't know what to make of. From 10 to 16 feet, so about like the mid-range, he's shooting 31%. That's a career low by quite a lot. Last year, he shot 46% from that zone. So it's just weird. Like, he's shooting career lows from 0 to 3 feet and 10 to 16 feet. He's shooting a career best from 3 to 10 feet. And he's shooting a career best from the three-point line. So it's just kind of a weird year. I don't really know what to make of that. We'll talk about it at the end of the season. Yeah, it does match the eye test. It feels that way. But I don't know like what's causing it. I've seen people speculate that his athleticism has declined or this or that. Like, I don't really know what's causing it. Let's wait till the end of the season and see if any of those numbers start to normalize a little bit. Yeah, TT back out there. Hopefully we see some more Tyson. I'd like to see Tyson before. I mean, it's already a 20-point lead, but I'd like to see Tyson get out there with some of the actual rotational players because it's hard to take anything away when he's playing with the garbage units. I couldn't even see what happened. My stream froze again. I'm actually going to refresh my stream while he's at the free throw line real quick because my stream is like skipping around. So I'll be right back. Yeah. Me is always going to be kind of a thing, and it's taking away some of the pop. That's actually, I'm glad you brought that up because hopefully I didn't. I think I exited out of his basketball reference page. I'm gonna have to pull it up again. Um, I think we have seen the vertical pop uh, ever since the injury. The vertical pop seems like it's not the same. I still think he has his lateral quickness, but the thing that I wanted to pull up here, I've got it on my phone again. So last year Donovan Mitchell had 18 dunks, and I feel like after the injury, we basically didn't see him dunk again. Like it was really rare that he would dunk. This year, well, actually, let me start this way. So last year he had 18 dunks. The year before that, he had 36 dunks, so double that. This year, he's only had 7 dunks in 39 games. So he's actually on pace to finish with fewer dunks than he did last year. Now, this is kind of a weird thing to focus on. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. He's playing fewer minutes. He doesn't have the ball in his hands as often. It could clearly just be him not trying to dunk and conserving his energy. And Demo just said it right there. I think there's a conscious effort on his part to avoid taxing himself. Uh, so I wouldn't put too much stock into these dunk numbers, but I did think it was interesting because it definitely matches the eye test, right? Like when he had that two-hand dunk against OKC, I was like, whoa, I haven't seen him do something like that in a while. He had the one-handed dunk against, I think, Brooklyn where he like cocked it back, and I was like, oh, I haven't seen him do that either. So he's definitely not showcasing the vertical athletic pop that we used to see, but I still think he's just as quick. I think he still has his acceleration. Um, So yeah, as Demo said, I'm not really sure what to put into it yet. You're gonna have to wait until playoff time for me to really analyze like, okay, has he lost his ability to get to the rim? Because I don't really think he has. And again, I know the shooting numbers are way down, but if you look at the tracking data on NBA.com, he's shooting 1% better on drives. Oh man, everything Cavaliers about to have the house to himself. Italy sounds fun though. Shout out to Italy. Yeah, Cavs watch parties at the crib, unsupervised Cavalier fun. Sounds like a great time. We got some good games coming up too. I mean, the two Houston games should be fun. Could be competitive. I know we got Philly, which could be nothing. That could just be a blowout win for us, or it could be a close one. Who knows? What else do we have? I know there's another one coming up. Yeah, Houston twice. Oh, the Pistons. Yes, the JB revenge game. And the Celtics February 4th. But we got some fun stuff on the schedule. Philly, listen, Philly could be a good game if they're healthy. But I think the Cavs will probably steamroll them. But all right, I wasn't even paying attention to this challenge. So let's see what happens. Marginal. Yeah. Sounds about right. Kenny Atkinson gotta be leading the league in challenges overturned, calls overturned, successful challenges. I mean, he doesn't miss. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. This Tristan Thompson jump ball. Yeah, good record right there. 19 successful challenges and just 10 unsuccessful. He's won 8 of his last 10. All right, well, ball ends up back with Phoenix, but could still be a win if they get a stop here. All right, let's go. Good challenge. It was already a good challenge, but best possible result. Blocked by the backboard. Oh, Ty. Ty Jerome. Whoa. Oh. Oh, Tristan. I'll be honest with you. I would not trust Tristan Thompson calling for a review. I think he did get it. He got it. He definitely got it. So, all right. All right. Hey, Tristan was right, but I would be scared to trust TT doing the symbol, but he's definitely right. Uh Definitely getting drug tested. Oh, they didn't challenge it. Yeah, he's definitely getting drug tested immediately after the game. He hasn't done that in a few years. Yeah, Tristan's just not a trustworthy individual. I love him. He's a champion forever. Not gonna trust him in most situations. Oh, Max Struess, shattering my heart. Oh my goodness. I know sometimes it can be kind of corny when we talk about the Cavs having the best vibes and like this great team chemistry and stuff, but then you watch a team like Phoenix that just has zero chemistry, zero connection between these players, and we've seen it all night. They've thrown some horrid turnovers. Uh, that play didn't even result in a turnover, but it's just like no one's on the same page. I know sometimes it gets a little cheesy. We talk about the power of friendship and the chemistry and everything, but it doesn't matter. There's some teams across the league, Phoenix, Minnesota, Philly, where the dudes just don't seem like they don't like playing together. They're not on the same page. Uh, and continuity matters too. Ty is the Michael Jordan of TJ McConnell. Yeah. Ty, this is what I was going to say before Tristan derailed me. Ty Jerome kind of has some Dion Waiters in him as far as the self confidence. You don't get the quotes, you don't get the memorable, Dion Waiters in Miami like jumping up doing the Dean Wade celebration. Jesus Christ, my brain is so cooked. The Dwayne Wade celebration. But Ty Jerome does have some of the Dion Waiters level confidence in himself. He takes some shots that are so audacious that he has no business attempting. And to be fair, he makes them sometimes. So you almost can't even be mad at him. Good defense right here. Yeah, he's like a humble Dion Waiters. It's like he believes in himself, but not at the cost of his teammates. Ty Jerome will still pass the ball. He still understands that he's the bench player. Like he doesn't think he should be the focal point of the team. But if he's open from 40 feet, he's going to take it. And unironically, the Cavs kind of needed players like that, role players who had confidence in themselves. Because man, sometimes Dean Wade, love the guy, but sometimes watching him do cardio out there, pass up open shots, like I think it's infectious having guys who are just confident in themselves. Niang's another guy who's very confident in himself. It helps. I think it spreads to the team. Amani Bates, yeah, Amani Bates. Hey, we might see Amani tonight. Today. I keep getting mixed up. You guys know what I mean. But they're up by 20, so we probably will see Amani at some point. He's available. But they're up 16. But Karis, yeah, the that's one of the most jaw dropping things when you look at Karis Levert's. Why am I blanking? Shot chart. When you look at a shot chart, the mid range shots like almost gone. And he's shooting the ball very efficiently. That's another benefit of continuity. This Cavs team, they've been together for a while. I know we've added pieces. We added Ty Jerome, Niang, Struess, and everything, but they've been together so long. They've been able to pinpoint where they need to improve, and they've had the years and the off seasons needed to work on it. And I think Karis LeVert's a good example of that. Even Dean Wade, Okoro. You can look at the star players too, Mitchell, Garland, Mobley. Like when you keep this group of talented guys together long enough, and you give them time to figure things out. It's not a guarantee they'll ever figure it out. There was no guarantee that they were going to be on pace for 70 wins, but it does kind of make sense. And then you look at like Phoenix, where they're just making big swings over and over and over again, and they're not giving themselves any time to address the issues or improve as a team together. And it looks like a bunch of random guys you just kind of toss out there. Whereas this Cavs team has been built around addressing a lot of the issues that they have. I know they don't have the 6'8" shooter, but they've really addressed, like offensively at least, all the problems that they used to have. George going at Kevin Durant. Look at this. Hey, Kevin Durant makes that in his sleep, but Niang made him work for it. There's a tough shot from KD. Yeah. George. Imagine George Niang just genuinely becomes the lockdown defender after Kenny Atkinson hyped him up. It's 2 games in a row he's been a good defender. Oh my god, could you imagine George Niang against those Warriors teams? Could you imagine 5 minutes of George Niang in the 2017 NBA Finals? Would the Warriors be like plus 35? That would be I wouldn't want to see it, but there's a sick part of me that's just morbidly curious what George Niang would look like against the 2017 Golden State Warriors. Boris Diaw. But Boris Diaw was like he could actually defend. Booker's gonna get a T coming up. I wouldn't be surprised if we get something soon. All right, I'm gonna stop the George jokes because you know what? Sometimes you gotta hand it to him. He's taking a lot of heat, rightfully so. We'll give the man credit here. I'll try to stop making fun of him. Look at him. Oh, oh. All right, can't win them all. Can't win them all. Listen, immediately testing my patience, George Niang. They're only up 7. They're up 17, so I don't care. Hell yeah, Adam. Love to see me on the big screen. Are you using a projector? Those are sweet. I really want to get one. The problem is I don't have, well, all right. I was going to say I don't have a good wall for it. Clearly, I have an empty wall somewhere that I could put a projector, but I don't, there's literally nothing in this room really. I need a good setup for the projector, but that's the dream one day because those are always sweet. Yeah, I got a wall. Just it's just not the right wall. I hate to say it, Dan. This is blasphemy. Yeah, one day. All right, looking forward to the Imani Bates minutes. It has to be happening. Has he played yet for the Cavs this season? I feel like maybe he did. He did. Yeah, I think it was it like during December? I think this was when I was really sick. This is when I had the flu. So I wasn't really I don't think I even watched it, but I remember he got out there. Woo! Donovan Mitchell. There we go. I mean, they've played Tristan Thompson and George Niang together for long stretches of this game, and Phoenix hasn't been able to make them pay. So if you're a Phoenix fan, that can't feel good. Can't feel good. You got 70 points at the end of the third quarter, and the Cavs don't have uh, Evan Mobley or Goro. Wait, I don't think has Imani Bates played for the Cavs yet this year? I don't. Basketball Reference isn't showing him. I don't think he's played a game for the Cavs this year. Okay, yeah, he's only been with the Charge so far. So this should be the first time we see him. I'm assuming he's going to be out there. I really haven't been locked into the Charge as much as I wanted to. Yeah, I think he was active before. Free fries? They could get it. They only need 30 points in the fourth quarter. That's certainly doable. My only concern, Derpy. Oh my goodness, Donovan Mitchell's helping you out. Donovan's helping you out. We're all out of honey. Oh! I thought he was gonna get steal too. My only concern, Derpy, is that these fourth quarter garbage time lineups have been putting up like 2 points per 100 possessions. They've been that's a made up stat, obviously, but they haven't been scoring the ball very well. So it could end up being close. But if Imani Bates gets out there and he's feeling it tonight, you never know. We got the half court shot coming up. I think Dustin from Parma, dude. Parma represent. Let's see it. Let's get our first look at this guy. All All right, he's with the DG jersey. He's got the hoodie on, which always makes me nervous. It's a little restrictive, but he has rolled up the sleeves. Is he going to take the hat off? The Carhartt hat. Yeah, why is Moondog dressed like that? It's dressed like Michael Myers. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this. Oh, he's got the Uncle Drew socks. Okay, wait a minute. We might have a winner. All right, first one, he's nervous. He's nervous. Got to get the nerves out. Okay, man. Cameraman, look out. People in the third row, wear the hard hat. Oh, come on. Come on. No. No. Oh, man, that was close. This one? No. Well, well, he's from Parma. Come on, Jackson. Don't do Parma like that. Yeah, I think you know what? I think he was a little too excited. All those were hitting the top of the backboard. You got it. You got to calm yourself down out there. The dirty P. Oh man. Yeah, Jackson, you led us all astray. I gotta go to a Cavs game and find a way to get out there for half court for the half court shot. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna do it. I can do it. I feel confident. I'll give that guy credit. He got a lot of shots up. It always makes me frustrated when they only get like 3 shots up. You got a whole rack of balls next to you, man. You got it. You got to throw them up there. So I will give him credit. He was shooting at a good pace. Yeah, use the backboard. He's throwing it over the backboard. He's throwing it too high. You just gotta just keep it straight and throw it. All you gotta do is line it up. You give me like if I can get like 10 shots off, I'm gonna find the distance. Yeah, I'll be the first contestant not to watch. Like I'm telling you, there's gonna be. I'm cleaning out the rack. I'm not gonna watch every single shot to see if it goes in. I'm throwing it, getting the next ball, throwing it while it's still in the air. Like I'm getting shots up, and at that point, I feel decent about my chance. They watch it. I get it. It's like natural because you're nervous. You're like, this could be my $10,000 shot, but you gotta go, man. You gotta go. There's no rules against unless maybe they tell them that they have to wait for the shot. That's possible that they tell them that before they go, but they don't mention it on the broadcast. Made 3 out of 4 last week to win a bet for sprints. Yeah, get everything Cavs out there. I truly am surprised that we've only had one person win it so far because they give you so many chances. Nick's handling business now. Yeah, the Hawks already beat him twice this year, so you'd have to. If, I don't want to jinx us because I know we're about to play the Hawks, but if you're a serious contender, you'd hope that you don't get swept by the Hawks. Knock on wood, Cavs, please, please beat the Hawks for once. Oh, is it on a back to back too? Oh man. After Miami, those are 2 games that I could see the Cavs dropping for no apparent reason. Tristan, ooh, didn't get it, but he's fighting. 25-point lead. Yeah, Danny, I've been keeping an eye on that. They are getting run into the ground. And if the bracket plays out to where we don't have to worry about New York until the conference finals, I don't have much confidence that New York is going to make a deep playoff run without dealing with multiple injuries. Whether it doesn't even have to be a significant injury, but by the time they get to the conference finals, Brunson, Hart, Towns, like they're all going to be dealing with a bunch of nagging injuries at that point. Obviously, injuries could hit the Cavs too, but that's just not sustainable. And I feel like it's proven to be not sustainable over and over and over again for Tom Thibodeau. but he keeps doing it. I don't really understand it. I don't understand how no one has been able to get through to him on, hey, maybe we should rest our guys a little bit. Butler's forcing his way here. Yeah, I don't know what is going to happen with the Jimmy Butler situation. Um, it's just two stubborn guys, and who's going to blink first, basically. The deadline's coming up, though. Does anyone know exactly what day it is? I know it's February. Is it the 7th? I'll look it up right now. Um, wish Google was better. February 6th, 3 p.m. Butler contract's not great. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got the Hawks game on TNT, too. There's a lot on the line there. Our dignity is on the line. And then we have Boston on TNT shortly after. So I would love if the Cavs picked up 2 dominant wins there. And it doesn't even have to be dominant. Just pick up 2 wins on national TV. It's always good to have the national media in your side. And we saw them when we beat OKC, man. We were like the NBA darlings for a while. And thankfully, I didn't really see too many people. I didn't see many people turn on the Cavs after they got blown out by OKC. I think we're still pretty favored by the NBA media right now. Good vibes. Donovan's just stat padding, yeah. You know what? He needs it. He's had a rough 2 weeks. Let him get his numbers. Yeah, 27-point lead. Dude, didn't there was like 2 minutes left in the third quarter when I said Phoenix had 70 points. When's the last time they scored? They still have 70 points. There might have been like a minute and a half when I said that. They're just stuck at 70. And when you're a team that can't play defense, you'd hope you could put up more than 70 points in 3 quarters. Okay. We love the 2166, but I'm gonna see what other games are on real quick. Nothing really close. New York is up by 9. I mean, we'll check that out real quick, just for a moment. Celtics Warriors did start, but it's first quarter. We'll see. It's a 7-point game in New York, so we'll tune in right there. There's about 2 minutes left. Let's see if Trae Young can make some magic happen. We'll only be here for like a minute. Is Curry playing? I'm not sure. I'll tell you right now. Stephen Curry is playing. Yeah, he's got 5 points so far. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Celtics up by 4. All right, Atlanta needs to stop, and they don't get it. Okay, that's game. The Knicks are definitely a team that I'm keeping my eye on. I'm most worried about Boston, by far. Most worried about Boston in the East, but New York, I'm keeping an eye on them. They do worry me a little bit. They could give us a run for our money. Nick skeptic. That's fair. I'm not like bought into them. I would probably pick the Cavs to win in 6 if we matched up with New York, but I'm keeping an eye on them because they're so good on offense and they do have defensive personnel. It's just they don't have a defensive anchor. They don't have an anchor, and I don't really believe in Mitchell Robinson that much. I think I think Mitchell Robinson, I know he did the Cavs dirty. I know he dominated us. I think his reputation rides a lot on that 5-game series where I genuinely think it was more so the Cavs just sucked. But Mitchell played good. I'm not taking anything away from him, but I think he gets a really good reputation for that series. But overall, I don't think he's that impactful of a player. Yeah, I don't want the bright lights. At the same time, if we matched up against New York and we defeated them, talk about a cathartic release. Talk about a confidence boost. That's like the most. That's the most like, all right, the Cavs got over the hump moment that you could have. I guess. Well, I guess Boston would be that. Boston would be getting over the hump as well, but like beating that Knicks team would feel more satisfying than anything. Kenny won another challenge. Is that what just happened? Yeah, their bench is bad. Again, I don't think they'll be fully healthy in the playoffs. Granted, you can't guarantee any of that for any team, but I think we match up really well with them. I don't know how you play Mitchell Robinson and Cat together. Like, I don't know if that really works. And if you just, I mean, if Cat is playing the five, like Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell are going to eviscerate him on switches. Like, it is going to be absurd how targeted he is. And I think like Anunoby's a really good defender. He worries me, but I think Mitchell can shred anybody on the New York defense right now. I think Garland can shred anybody. There's no Lou Dort over there. Um, there's no Drew Holiday. Like I think they'll be pretty comfortable, and I think Evan Mobley can cook any of them too. Like I don't think Anunoby again is the one that worries me. But if Mobley switched on to Bridges, he's eating him alive. If Mobley switched on to any of those guys, he's eating them alive. Anunoby's the one who would probably give him the most trouble. Like Karl Anthony Towns can't keep up with him. I think the Cavs would be able to pick them apart on offense. And I've always, always, always said that the reason we lost that series against New York in 2023 is because the Cavs couldn't score 90 points. They were struggling to put up 90. Like I know the defense, there was issues, the rebounding, all that. None of that matters if you're scoring at a normal NBA pace. It still matters. Let me rephrase that. It still matters, but it doesn't end the game. And that was my take. They lost to the offense. Yeah, I agree. That was my take entering the series. Everyone kept saying that the Knicks, they're so good offensive rebound. And it's gonna, all this. They play so hard. And I said entering the series, stuff like that, offensive rebounding, being a gritty team, that only matters if the game is turned into a rock fight. Like that only matters if the Cavs aren't able to score at a normal pace. If you're getting offensive rebounds, like yeah, that helps your team, but that only matters if the other team isn't scoring too. And the Cavs could barely score. So that it ended up being the deciding factor because the Cavs just could not buy a bucket. And that too, Danny, we've talked about this for years now. At this point, it's not only were they getting a lot of offensive rebounds, but part of it was the scheme. Can't believe we're doing a Knicks retrospective. It's inevitable. We always end up talking about that series somehow. It's hilarious. But yeah, I mean, Allen was behind every play. I remember I posted like the montage of all of Mitchell Robinson's offensive rebounds, and there's like I don't even how many offensive rebounds did he have in that series? Like 20. It was something crazy. But like of that bunch, there was only like 2 or 3 plays where he like legitimately boxed out Jarrett Allen and just beat him for a rebound. Every other play was Jarrett Allen's like at the free throw line because he just contested a mid-range shot or a floater or he was contesting a three-pointer or something. And Mitchell Robinson just uncontested, or he's getting a rebound over Jetty, or he's getting a rebound over Darius. Like Allen took the brunt of the heat, and it's understandable because he's your center, but he wasn't getting tossed around the way that the narrative kind of ended up playing out. Like, yeah, there was a couple plays where he did get out muscled, and that's what stands out. Tristan with another block. Okay, I'm gonna shut up about that Knicks series. We all know. We witnessed it. We've talked about it for years. We all know. Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson definitely gonna get drug tested. You're not going to see him and Niang doing the post game interview because he's going to be talking to league officials after the game. Donovan Mitchell, baseball pass. Yeah, the Suns they're a mess, dude. Still stuck at 74 points. They had 70 points in the third quarter. Stuck at 74. Oh, well, here they get an easy one. Danny, if Jetty went on a heater, could you imagine? Could you imagine Could you imagine a Cavalanche in the playoffs led by Jetty Osman? By the way, that's Tristan Thompson meeting a rookie at the rim. Father Time is undefeated, but he hasn't been able to take Tristan Thompson out yet. Jetty for the vibes, that would be it would be incredible, man. Yeah, every Cavalanche, it was Jetty and Love. That's not even an exaggeration. I think literally every single one was led by them. Your Moondog's about to show how easy it is. What is with his outfits today, by the way? Rubio. Oh, it's been so long since I heard Austin Carr scream Rubio into the mic. Rubio's game against New York in New York that year. Yeah, Moondog makes it look easy. Take that, Dustin from Barma. Does anyone know what these outfits are for Moondog? He's wearing like the jumpsuit earlier. Yeah, Rubio had like 37 points, just drilling 3-pointers. And the Mobley dunk, yeah. Dude, that was a wild game. That was really fun. It is a shame that the Knicks just completely embarrassed us because that could have been a pretty good series. Could have been a pretty competitive series if the Cavs just didn't wet the bed from basically every angle. And that's the other thing that kind of I think gets lost in the discussion over the years. It was the 4-5 matchup. It was a relatively even matchup. I think the Cavs were the better team still. I know that sounds like a bitter loser take, but like it was the 4-5 matchup. People treat that series like it was the 1-8. Like the Cavs just completely wet the bed against a team that they should have easily beaten. It was the 4-5 matchup. They were pretty evenly matched up. People act like and the Cavs did collapse. They did absolutely. They deserve plenty of heat for it. But people kind of, they treat that series like it was the 1-8. Like it was 4-5, man. It's not that crazy that New York won. And then they got wiped by the Heat. That Heat team had no business going to the finals. The Celtics should be more embarrassed because I mean, come on, right? Like they were fully healthy. They should have beaten that Heat team, no question. But New York losing to Miami, like, come on. They should get no pun intended. They should get heat for that. They just that's like completely wiped off their resume. No one talks about New York not being able to get past Miami. Kevin Love was boxing him out, and he was spacing the floor. And those outlet passes were great too. Bowl time, hell yeah. Jalen Tyson's out there. No Amani yet. Yeah, I mean New York. They lost to Miami. They lost to the Indiana Pacers last year. I'll give them a lot of. I won't give them too much shit for that because they were really banged up. But at the same time, they're going to be banged up probably this year too because Tom Thibodeau just runs his guys into the dirt. Oh yeah, Jimmy missed a game too, right? Like he was injured in the game 6, I believe, too. Tristan with a nice pass right there. Sam blew the layup, but nice pass. All right, I like seeing Tyson out there. Wish we could have saw him more with the regular guys during the third quarter, but it is what it is. Is Amani in regular clothes? I missed that. I know he was listed as available. Oh, that's unfortunate. Anyways, still like to see Tyson out there, I guess. Stan Merrill making up for that other missed layup. All right, Craig Porter, let's go. Let's see. Is Amani there? Oh, I couldn't see him. I don't see him. Yeah, 6 minutes, a whole half a quarter of garbage time. 17 turnovers for Phoenix. Yeah, low key putting Struess back out there just to try and find a shot. Uh, Probably can't do that now just because it's such a like. There's some unknown NBA players out there right now. It would be a little too disrespectful to Struess, but I do get what you're saying there. Like if it was a little closer, you could keep Struess in. Yeah, but I was looking at Phoenix's their roster today and trying to get a sense of like how certain guys are playing. And yeah, Bull, I think he's only played in like 9 games this year. So I don't know. I know the on-court, like the production out of him hasn't been that good. There's a reason why he's not playing, but their front court is so bad. Their front court is so bad. And then Bull can at least provide some spacing. So you'd think he'd get a little bit more of an opportunity. But I'm sure there's a reason why he's not. Yeah, I remember Bull. He killed us last year. He beat Karis LeVert, got beat on the back door from him for a wide open dunk, and that's just burned into my memory. Yeah, they miss Ayton. They do. It's really, things are bad when you miss DeAndre Ayton. Dominating, as many people call him. Boston blowing the Warriors out. Yeah. Well, you know what? We picked up a win. It's okay if they get one. I mean, it's never okay if they get one, but I feel pretty confident, knock on wood, barring anything catastrophic, the Cavs are going to be the 1 seed in the East. They're 6.5 games ahead of Boston. Is Phoenix challenging this play? What's going on recently? The Timberwolves extended the last 2 minutes of that game on Saturday to like 45 minutes of real time. Not really, but it was like 15 minutes. And it was like a 15-point game. And they're fouling, intentional fouling. It was so unnecessary. And it's like, what are you even challenging that for? Oh, they challenged out of bounds call? I thought it was called a foul. It's clearly a foul. Yeah, and then John Michael just said, like, that should just be a foul, right? They challenged the out of bounds call, but he clearly slapped Tristan. How would you think these bozos could be contenders? Listen. Jackson asked me the first week, and I named a bunch of teams, and I said Phoenix last. So they were like on the bubble. They looked good. Kevin Durant and Devin Booker were torching teams. But yeah, I was wrong. I have no problem admitting I was wrong. Yeah, I really haven't talked about it enough. They're doing all this without having Mobley. I know Phoenix kind of sucks, but they're holding them to what? They have 78 points. They have 80 points now. Dominant defensive performance without your best defensive player. And, I keep talking about the defense. People kind of forget. Evan Mobley's become a really integral part of the offense, too. Like, he's a legit third option on the team now. Like, legit third option. We're not trying to force him to be that. He's just genuinely, like, the third best offensive player in that starting lineup. He's been so good. He affects both ends of the ball now. And so, yeah, I mean, we beat Minnesota pretty handily. It took a while. It took until, like, the third, fourth quarter to pull away. Decimated Phoenix today. So, big showing right here. Nobody in the West are contenders beyond the Thunder. I actually agree at this point, yeah. Start of the year, I think the 3 teams, the text is buried in the Fearless Word group chat, but I'm pretty sure I said Oklahoma City, Denver, Phoenix, and I don't remember if I included Dallas in there. Don't remember if I included Dallas, but then this was like the first week of the year. Now I think it's the Thunder are pretty clearly the favorites. I still think Dallas, Dallas and Denver would probably be my next 2 teams, like on the bubble there. I don't really believe in Houston or Memphis to be a legit contender. They're good. They'll give whoever they play in the playoffs, they'll give them a run for their money. They'll give them a tough series, but I don't know. I don't think Houston or Memphis can win the West. I could see Dallas winning the West. I could see Thunder are the clear favorites. And Denver, they got so many issues, but Jokic he's gonna overcome a lot of it. Will Tony resist the urge to give everyone an A+? Trying to think who doesn't get an A+. Okay, no, not everyone's going to get an A+, but Amani's out there. Let's go. Oh yeah, Strus. Strus is probably the only player who doesn't get an outright good grade. I probably won't grade the garbage time guys, I'll be honest with you. Maybe I'll include Amani since we're going to get like a 5-minute stretch here, but I typically don't like grading the garbage time because I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't even really paid attention to what the hell's going on out there. It's just, it doesn't mean anything. They're not really playing meaningful minutes. But yeah, I mean, I guess Donovan won't get an A+ because he didn't shoot the ball that well, but he might have saved his numbers. He was kind of going off in garbage time, but Donovan will probably get like an A-, a B+. Darius will get a pretty good grade. Not an A+ though. He'll get a pretty good grade. Jarrett will get a good grade. Honestly, Tristan Thompson's getting an A+. I'm not even joking. He's going to get an A+. He came in off the bench, Mobley's out. They needed to rely on him for some minutes, and he played pretty good. Niang might get an A. He might get an A+ too. He's going to get at least a B+. Um, yeah, I don't know who else. Like Dean Wade will get like a decent grade. Sam will get a decent grade, but I think the only A+, Tristan Thompson might be the only A+. I'm not even kidding. Because Darius and Donovan were good, but I don't think they were A+ level. Jaylen Tyson could get an A+. He's 2 for 2 tonight, I believe. 28-point lead, by the way. Free fries are looking like a steal right now. 7 points in about 4.5 minutes. I believe in them. The best JT in the NBA, Jaylen Tyson. 2 for 3. Oh, I missed the air ball. Okay. We'll pretend that didn't happen. This was one of those like really evenly distributed game for the Cavs. Like everyone chipped in and just buried Phoenix. I didn't think there was like one player who dominated, and that's what we've seen all year, which has been awesome. Bull versus Amani. Yeah. I was excited to see Bull versus Amani. Once I saw Bull was out there, but then we thought for a moment that Amani wasn't going to play. So I was disappointed. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, TT's out there putting in work. I don't think Amani's even touched the ball yet. Craig Porter. Here we go, Craig. No, I'm very pleased with the way Tristan Thompson played. Amani got the dribble handoff and pass out of it. Yeah, it's tough. It's got to be so tough for someone like Amani to only get like his only opportunities are minutes like this where there's just nothing really going on offense. Like I know there's reasons why he hasn't played meaningful minutes, but I just feel like you're not going to learn anything from this. And I think it's good that he's in the G League, by the way. I think that's the best option for him because he's just not ready to get NBA reps, I don't think. Like meaningful. He should have shot that, by the way. Yeah, he should have shot that one. I think it's good for him to get all of his reps in the G League because this team they're on a 70-win pace. You know what I mean? Like Amani's still a raw prospect. He doesn't really have a role on the team yet, but it is tough for him in minutes like this too because it's like, what do you do? Probably should have taken that shot though. Again, this is his first NBA minutes of the season. Role adjustments to trying to find a rhythm as an off-ball guy is the most underrated, super hard thing fans don't account for. Yeah. I mean, especially a guy like Amani, who he's a flamethrower 3-point shooter. But in a moment like this, like I mentioned, he only touched the ball a couple times. Like, and also like he's been sitting on the bench for like 2 hours. It's like it's been a long time since he even was warming up. Right. Like, I mean, you got to warm up at halftime a little bit, but you just come off the bench cold, try to make something happen. It's really tough to judge these minutes. So that's why I usually don't grade the garbage time minutes. And I'm not going to give Amani a grade for this. I don't think it would be fair. So I don't even know what I would do. Like, how do you even grade it? Yeah. I think Cleveland Cavaliers, I think he was wearing his warm up, the long sleeve warm up. Um, so maybe that's what you saw. Tristan 3? Oh, the crowd wanted it. Hey, my stream completely froze, but I'm assuming he missed. Yeah, he missed. Okay. The stream is just freezing at the worst moments. I love that he took it. I love that he gave the people what they want. Although he is playing with Derpy's free fries right now. He's playing with Derpy's money. Yeah. The crowd's going crazy. Come on, Amani. Dude, my stream is holding on for dear life. It's lagging so much now. All right, you're gonna get like one last shot at the free fries, probably. Comes down to this. Has been shooting bad with the charge. I meant to say this earlier. I've been so out of the loop with the charge because their season started right when I got sick, and now I'm just focusing on trying to get back into a routine. Like I'm still behind on a couple Cavs trends that I wanted to like really do a deep dive on and keep up with. So I gotta catch back up to what's going on with the charge and catch some of their games because we got a lot of interesting guys there. Uh-oh, they're not shooting. Damn. Knocking on the door to greatness. Maybe they'll put a shot up, but I don't think so. Get him, Tyson. Get him. Get him, TT. Please. Please shoot it. Please. He's not going to shoot it. What a shame. What a shame. Yeah, the physical transformation. That's what I'm interested to see with Amani. I can't remember exactly how many pounds he gained, but I know he's gained quite a lot. Like quite a lot in regards to like a basketball player. Put on like 15, 20 pounds, maybe 35. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. So it's a lot, which 35 makes complete sense though, because he was so damn skinny. And like you give a young person, he was 176 the combine. You give someone really young, like a year of NBA level training, nutrition, stuff like that. You could gain 35 pounds in a year easily. I think I remember the tweet that was posted. It said 35 pounds of muscle. He didn't gain 35 pounds of muscle. That's like impossible, but he certainly gained 35 pounds, and like a portion of that is muscle, a portion of that is just body fat. But he looks much better. He's filled out his frame quite a lot. Yeah, free fries, man. We were so close. We were so close. 2 points short. It looked like they had it. I told you the garbage time lineup might not be able to get it done. Craig Porter did all he could. Yeah, Mason Plumlee escapes without being dunked on. So he kind of takes a win. Yeah, I'll be interested to see with Amani. The thing that could really be big for him with that added weight is just he's only a 3-point shooter at this point. Anything inside the 3-point line, he gets bullied, he gets bodied, and so maybe that weight will help him. But I also get concerned that he doesn't have the speed to get to the rim either. Gives him a chance on defense. That's the other really good point. Yeah, he's not going to get. He's still a little bit skinny, but he's it's not going to be as easy to run through him. Yeah, 179. Even if he's in front of his man, he's going to get run through. So the added weight helps. I've always been a little lower on Amani than some of the Cavs fan base, but I'm hoping that he figures it out because such a gifted 3-point shooter. I mean, he's such a fun shooter when he gets rolling too. I hope he figures it out. And I think he's taken the necessary steps, like gaining weight. He's really bought into his role with the charge. We'll see how it pays out. He's still young, got a long way to go. But yeah, 6'10", can shoot the lights out. It's easy. It's easy to buy into him. Short strides. Yeah. This is the last thing I'll say about Amani, and then I'll get us out of here. His mechanics need a lot of work. His footwork, his defensive slides, the way that he attacks the basket with the ball, it's just he's got some things to figure out. And I don't know like how easy it is for someone at that level at this age to like learn how to run differently, So that's what worries me. But he's got the 3-point shot, he's got the size, so he's still very, very young. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell ended up with 33 points. He kind of is stuff in the stat sheet near the end. But all right, Cavs win 36-6, I believe. Still on pace for 70 wins. We got a lot of fun games coming up. Last day to vote for All-Stars. Get in there, juice those numbers. Get Garland, Mobley, and Allen up there. And yeah, awesome win. Pretty stress-free. They absolutely took it to them. Tristan Thompson looked great. Everyone looked great. Thank you. Shout out to my Buckeyes. Hopefully they get it done today. Thanks to everyone in the chat for tuning in. Great game. You guys, as always, the chat gets an A+ from me. And I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their night. Go Bucks. And I will see you guys tomorrow.